Coach, facing Richards Waves, your thoughts on the fixture?
A difficult fixture. They have a hell of a good team, powerful, direct, and very strong in defense, a very creative midfield, and they have a hell of a good coach. I mean, Katano Tembo is very experienced. He's been at SuperSport for years. He's played the game. And the one part that one should never forget to mention is that they are one of the two teams we lost against this season. They beat us 1-0 at home. And we need to find a way to revenge, because if you look at how we lost the match, it was quite clear that they wanted it more than we did, looking at the position they were on in the log. But now this is a cup competition. It's got a lot in it. You've got finances in it. You also want to have momentum in it. There's also individual benefits from the players in terms of money. If you look at 100,000 rand for men of the match, that's crazy. It has never happened. I mean, this is a first. And apart from that, also, the Cullen Black Label knockout innovation in terms of after having won the trophy, what then happens? I personally find it to be an elevation where there was a tournament, let's say, the Nedbank Cup. You play Nedbank Cup, and then after the Nedbank Cup, then you go play the Kiona Young Stars for development's sake. But this one to me comes as an upgrade, where you're saying after having played, the 6 players come from the PSL, and then the 6 players that come in and join come from DDC. To me, it's more of an upgrade in terms of the strategy. Great innovation, still fairly new, and most people, by virtue of it being new, because it is familiar, it might come across as a bit irritating, but it's a fact of life. Sometimes you have to look at the commercial part of the game and be aligned and accept to that, but also bring the new technical expertise and effort to conclude the excitement.
Prakash, this is one for the fans. I mean, you've won this cup, the Culling Cup with Sundowns, and now you're there at Swallows. You are in charge, you are on your own. How much does it mean for you to come through and play this cup again as now the only coach at Swallows?
Yeah, I think the MTN 8 was just a sad story that we had to bomb out first round. Obviously, under circumstances that we all know. Now here's another opportunity for a cup competition, not only to me, not only to the club, but to the players as well. It's an opportunity to make money, Shaba. Listen, at the end of the day, these are businessmen, these are business people. They try they earn a living out of this. And how nice could it be when you earn a living, you make money and lift a trophy and leave it with Moroka Swallows. Moroka Swallows has done it before. So we just have to be part of that rich history where you say people want trophies, and the generation that we are with now also wants something from Moroka Swallows. So we are desperately looking forward to that at least we should also do something for the club.
But then looking at your squad, I mean, Coach, you've got one of the strong but less recognized squads, except for some individuals within the club.
Yeah.
You've got seniors there. I mean, your Palani, your Jalis, all of those players. How much of you rely on them to spread the competitive mentality, especially in this cup?
There are certain things that you can never buy, and one of them is experience. For you to come claim your experience, you must have been through the mill. You can't question Jali's experience. Bara the same, Zuma the same, Mango, Mabasa, all these players, Ukwanda Mgonyama, even the goalkeeper Akpei. These guys are experienced. Now, there are certain things that they do themselves, and you realize that, goodness me, we needed this, then I had never had it in my basket. So when they show it to you, then you must be smart enough and sharp enough to pick it up and run with it. So we are blessed to have these kind of players. And I know most people would have thought twice before they took up the opportunity to work with such players. But for me, I must be honest, it is great pleasure to work with them. They are absolutely amazing.
Because the story, Gamabasa making headlines, we have Funega back. How much of instability does that come with, looking at how useful he is to you? Whether the story is true or not, founded or unfounded, but him, is it something that you've looked at to say, hey boy, listen, as a span?
That's what I said to Mabasalin. I said, listen, you have the primary responsibility to yourself to show the quality you have. And if and when you do well, for sure, you'll go places. And if you have to go back home, it means there's something right you're doing. They acknowledge and recognize that, so be it. It might be a loss for us as a club, but we should pride ourselves for having been the plus in him becoming something better than what he had been perceived to be. And I had told him straight on to say, listen, if you don't make it back home, which is Orlando Pirates, work so hard that you go abroad. All the possibilities and opportunities are within you. If the club doesn't take you back, find a way to say, okay, I've got my papers, I'm going abroad. If the club wants you back, unfortunately, then you have a job. The one truth about what happens in football, which is what I always tell people, is that one, we do not look for a job while seated at home. What we do, you gotta be in a job whilst looking for another job. I don't have a job, Shaba, currently. I'm at Moroka Swallows, I'm looking for a job. Because if I were to be at Moroka Swallows and open my bags and then sit down and say, now I have a job, I'm as good as fired. So we look for a job whilst in a job. And that should be a universal principle to everyone, yourself included. If you are into media and you're reporting on matters and all that, your next ambition should be, I want to have a media house. I want to own my own stuff. So you're actually looking for a job whilst doing a job. People must stop this thing of saying, I got a job and now you switch off. You're looking for, you gotta be a better version of yourself. Now the only way to be a better version of yourself is to step up and keep on working on yourself, that when you wake up tomorrow, you're a better version of the Shaba who was yesterday. Amen.